We're here in Bermuda, sitting on the edge of an inland mangrove lake fed by a cave. So these banisters actually are made out of Greenheart lumber that was upcycled from the old yacht club dock. And at one point I asked, hey, you think I could take a couple of boards of Greenheart home? I thought I had a bit of a use. And he says to me, oh, those guys are fighting about who should get it. He says, take what you want. As old as they were, they had to be at least 50 years old. They were in sort of perfect shape. 8 years later, my daughter was about to be born, and I decided I needed to sort of deck this little patio you see behind me. And I went and recovered these boards that had been sitting in the trees there for about 10 years, and they were still in perfect shape. And I built a deck out here. And then along the way, after my daughter became a toddler, we decided to concrete the patio and build a railing for it. So those planks went from the yacht club to a pile over there, down as a deck, and then remanifested here. And I also built, funny enough, because of the nature of the wood, I actually built a very specific Greenheart grate so that if she did fall in down here, she couldn't be sucked in that way. And those are still there with their about 2/3 of the feet are wet, probably 90% of the time. And it's still there, and I built that, my daughter's 20, so about 19 years ago. I already have one piece out on the bay that was put down probably about 25 years ago, and that gets the full force of hurricane winds and sun and the full gamut of coastal living. We're looking at 80-year-old pieces of wood that have served multiple purposes and are going to continue. Actually, and I don't anticipate in my lifetime ever having to look at this. This hasn't moved. I mean, honestly, quite proud of it, to be perfectly honest. It's heavy. It's not easy to work with, right? Like, it blunts your tools. Like, it's a beast. And moving it around, I wouldn't want to do it now. I'm like 55, and I'm glad I was 30 when I went and got all this stuff. But it's still here, right? 80 years outside. That's crazy.